In this video, we're going to see that the gradient at a point on a curve is the instantaneous rate of change. If you're revising, it's hard to do on the screen, but you can pause the video and have a go at question 1. The gradient of a curve varies. Gradient of a straight line does not, but a gradient of a curve does. To find the gradient of a curve at a particular point, draw a tangent to the curve at that point and calculate the gradient of the tangent. The gradient of the curve is the same as the gradient of the tangent at that point. That's a key, well, it's essential in this topic. It's basically what the topic is. The gradient of the curve is the same, is equal to the gradient of the tangent at that point. Note this method is only an estimation, as it is very difficult to draw the tangent exactly. So in mark schemes you may have a number, but it can vary. There'll be a range of values that will be acceptable because it's very hard to get the correct tangent. So in question number 1, we have to find the gradient of the curve when x equals -1. So if we go along our axes and we see where -1 is, we get here, and this is the point where x is -1 on the curve. How steep is that line? The steepness of that line is pretty steep in the negative direction. So how we'd find it exactly is we'd draw a straight line that's a tangent. A tangent means that it just touches. So you'll notice there that that line I've pre-drawn just touches that point 6. It shouldn't cross the curve at another point because it's a tangent. So one point of contact. How do we find the gradient of that? Well, we take 2 points. So that point there is -2, 10. We draw a triangle, and I've chosen that other point to be 0, 2. And we can see that the rise of that is from 2 to 10, or the change in y is from 2 to 10, which is 8. And the change in x is from -2 to 0, so that's a distance of 2. I should say, strictly speaking, if we're going from this point to this point, it's going down 8, so it's a -8. And here it is going to the right 2, which is a positive direction. So our gradient for the first one, m, is equal to the change in y, or the rise, divided by the change in x, the run, and that gives a gradient of -4. In part B, we've got to find the gradient when x equals 1. So if we go across our x-axis and find when x is 1, let's meet the curve. Here's a curve. It's flat there, isn't it? Now, you don't even really need to draw a line there. You can just see that here's the tangent. That's a flat line. The gradient of the curve at that point is the same as the gradient of that tangent, which is 0. It's flat. So that's that one done. And I'm going to move that line out of the way just so it's not annoying the last part. When x equals 2, we go along the axis and go to 2 and go up. We're looking at this point here, the point 2, 3. What's the gradient at 2, 3? So we draw a line, not just any line, but a tangent, which means it should just touch that point 2, 3 and shouldn't cross the rest of the curve. We then need to pick 2 points carefully. That's going to be easy to calculate the gradient. So I'm going to choose this point up here at the top. That's the point 4, 7. And then the point here is 1, 1. So if I just draw a triangle between the two, that rises up from 1 to 7, which is a rise of 6, or the change in y values is 6. And it runs across from 1 to 4, which is 3, or the change in the x values is 3. So the gradient for that one is 6 over 3, the rise over the run, or the change in y over the change in x, and you get a gradient of 2. Now, they were all quite pre-planned, so you get quite nice numbers, but you could get an absolutely horrible one where you've got to just you could have 17 over 23 or something like that. But that's just the way it'll go. Just do your best and they'll mark it right if it's within range. And just a little bit of interpretation. The gradient of the curve is the rate of change of x with respect to y. It tells us if y is changing quickly or slowly as x changes. So in this graph, we can see initially the volume changes quickly with respect to time as the gradient is steep. Let's look at that. We've got a time axis, we've got a volume axis. The volume is initially 40 and it drops quickly way down to less than half in 10 seconds. But in the next 10 seconds, it doesn't drop another half to 0, starting to slow down. And it's that curve, it's the steepness of the curve which tells you how quickly the volume is being lost. So here it's been lost very quickly, so it's very steep. But then from 40 to 50 seconds, the gradient is shallow, meaning the volume is changing less over time.